Hello. Welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. It's Thursday afternoon, my time for doing a little video for you. This is one I prepared earlier, so hopefully I can remember what I have to do. But basically my intention for this post is this video is to show you the fantastic, gorgeous, wonderful Trusty Tools suite of products. Now, they are, I have in this mini catalogue, our new mini catalogue, and I have to look up the price, the page. I didn't get that ready, I apologise. Trusty Tools, page 56, here we go. So this is the Trusty Tools bundle here. There's 3 great projects to inspire you, which this one helped inspire me. This one here with the little dotty background. But it includes this fabulous stamp set, and we all know how hard it is to make cards for the fellows. They are tricky. And this incredible die set, which has 20 pieces. 20! Lots of tools and stuff. So great for those people with the handyman dads. So that's the bundle of the stamp set and dies. But this month and next month in February, when you buy the bundle, you can opt to get the coordinating paper free as a celebration reward. And look at all the great projects here in the little celebration catalogue to inspire you as well. Now let me show you, there's my pile of stuff to make my card, some of the designs in the paper, what I've got left over. So there's a ruler design, which is very cool, and it's got the dotty workshop thing on the back of it. There are actually 2 pieces of paper that have tools. You can see I've cut out the ones for our project today, and then this one also has different tools on it, including saws and paintbrushes, which are not on this one. Okay, so 2 sheets of tools, and on the back of them, one has a lovely grid pattern and one has a lovely Lost Lagoon basic pattern, and then a piece of paper with lots of screws and nuts and bolts, and the red paper that is featured on this project, recreating a toolbox, one of those mobile toolboxes. And then here's the dotty paper with the rulers again, and this one is Phillips head and flathead and nuts and little hammers on the other side, and then a cement looking piece with screwdrivers on the other side. So that's the paper. Just to introduce you to that, let me get rid of these catalogues so that we can start making our card. And the other part of my story today is this card is actually a copy of a card that was sent to me by my lovely friend Tina. I thought this is a great little fold. It stands up, the card stands up, and she's used some really beautiful paper on this one, and I've used exactly the same fold for my tool oriented male masculine card. So let me show you how that is. Now I have done all my die cutting already, and fussy cutting. So I've got a little hammer, wrench, shifting spanner, a spanner, pencil. I've got the little, let me show you which dies I've used for this. So this little piece here, this one for the backboard, is actually 10 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters, and that's exactly the right size to fit on this great die to create your backboard. It does create lots of little dots in your craft room, but that's the only, but it's not a bad thing really. Now this one here I created out of this one. This little die here, it has little dots on the side. You could use it to make panels of wood, and I think it's been used to make toolboxes. I only put it on half of my holographic foil paper to create my tiny little label for my birthday greeting. Oh, there's some more fussy cut things. There's my rulers already cut out. Here's my stamping panel for inside my card, and my paper. Here's my stamping panel for my birthday greeting, and then I've got a screw and a couple of bolts and nuts there. Okay, let me just see a couple of those little bits of those tiny little dots from the one on front. All right, now my base card is 21 centimeters, which is the normal width of A4 paper, by 14.5. So I've made it like that, and then I've scored it at 2.5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 13 centimeters. Okay, so then these two are exactly the same length when you score that one, and then these two are exactly the same length. Let's give that a little press with a bone folder. Okay, so that's your basic card there. And then this bit here folds over the front, and it's also 21 centimeters, and I've just scored it at 10.5. And I've made it, this one, wide enough for my little pegboard piece here. So it's 8 centimeters, all right? Okay, let's start putting our card together. First thing I'm going to do is pop my designer series paper just on the inside of my fold there. Here we go, make sure I've got it up the right way. And that's just right inside where I've scored. Oh, there it is. Couldn't find my score line for a minute there. Right inside there, okay. So that's that bit, and then one of the rulers on the front. Okay. Pop you here. And there we are. And then for my front panel, I'm going to put my little pegboard on. Now I don't want my seal to show through, so I will use a little bit of liquid glue, just a couple of little stripes of liquid glue in between the dots there, so you don't see that on the pegboard when you pop it onto your card. Okay, so that one goes there. And then this gets put on. I think I've made that a little bit wide actually. I think I will trim that. So for some reason, I don't know why. So what did I say that was? 6.5. So this really should be 7 centimeters, which is just 0.5 centimeter wider than the piece there. There we go. So that's cut off there. Now to stick this on, I'm going to first of all fold it, flip it over, and then put my seal right lining up with my edges of the folded cardstock there, and then pop that in the middle. You can measure this, of course, but I've got 2 bits there, 2 bits there. That'll work. And then for this one, I put a little bit of adhesive at the top of the back of my card, and some at the base, and then that fits right over like that. Okay, so there's the card put together like that, and it actually folds quite flat and flat to go into the post. Okay, there we go. Rightio, now my stamping. I've got this little ruler to put inside my card for the inside panel. I didn't show you the inside panel, did I? I'll just pop you down the bottom of my cardstock there. Here's the inside of the panel. I've got a little bit of colouring in done and stamping. Right, so let's grab the stamps. You Are the Most Awesome. And I'm using copper clay, which is exactly the same colour as my card base. Okay, You Are the Most Awesome. Just pop you towards the top. Clean you off straight away. And I did the tape measure on that one, but I might do the hammer. Let's see. Is that too big? It might be too big. So I'll only do half a hammer. You Are the Most Awesome. I'll just pop you back in there. Half a hammer. Coming in the side there. Clean you off, and clean off my glass mat there. There we are. Pop you back in, and then the last bit of stamping is some of these nuts and bolts and screws. A little bit up there. There we are. Oh, and I do need a greeting for my happy birthday. So this card, this stamp set does have Happy Father's Day, but I'm thinking I might be using it before Father's Day comes. So I've grabbed the Happy Birthday from the Garden Meadow set, which has a nice thin, long Happy Birthday, which works quite well for the design of my card. So I'll just pop that on my little skinny scrap of cardstock in the middle, and that's done. Okay, so that's our stamping done. While I've got this here, I think I'll just pop my little Happy Birthday on my little piece of holographic foil. Pop that in the middle there, leaving myself a little border all the way around. There we go. So that's ready. That's all ready for the front. Now before we do anything else, let's colour in this hammer. So I'm using some smoky slate stamping blends. I'm going to use the light one first, and because I've just used ordinary ink, which is water-based, it works really well with the Stampin' Blends, because the Stampin' Blends are alcohol and the ordinary water-based ink doesn't bleed with those. Okay, and then a little bit of dark smoky slate, just following the lines that the artist has created here, and pop them through there, and then I can add a little bit more light to blend it in again. Okay, a little bit on the edges so that it looks a little bit rounded. Okay, and then I'm going to use the handle on this one here is copper clay. So I think these are the copper clay. No, that's Calypso Coral. Goodness, that won't work. Oh, it will. I'll do that. It's fine. Save me looking for something else. I've only got a tiny bit to colour in. There we go. Nice bright handle on my hammer. And a little bit of shading on the edge. Okay, that's done. Oops, put you out of the way and I'll stick you inside this card. You're the most awesome. And now it's time to put all of these things that I've already cut out of the paper. Easy peasy. I'm going to use some dimensionals on each of them. One on the hammer there, one on the shifting spinner, and I might use some mini dimensionals for the handles, just so that doesn't show up too much, and some on this spinner. I'll put another one in the middle of the hammer there. Rightio. So now let's pop them on our card on the pegboard, so it looks like an organised handyman's pegboard. There we go, the shifter. Now this one, as you can see, I cut it off the edge of the paper, so it doesn't have a bottom half, so I'm going to cleverly disguise that by popping it down here and then putting the tape measure over the top so that you can't tell that half of it's actually missing. All right, so that's like that. And then my happy birthday, I'm going to pop through the middle there, and because I've used dimensionals, I'm going to put the dimensionals actually in between the tools so that it all stays on the same level. One there and one there, they're all lined up. Oops, just got to peel the backing off these guys. This one is not behaving very nicely. Is that one gone? That one's gone. So I need to put one more on you. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. So happy birthday right over the top of all of them. And last of all, these little things need to be stuck on. And to avoid getting sticky fingers, I'm going to pop them on with a pair of tweezers. These little tweezers come in the embossing section of with the embossing tray. Somehow or other I've lost my screw. I wonder what happened to it. Whoop. With this glue, less is more. You really don't want you don't want it to seep out sideways. So can we see the little screw? Ah, there we are. Luckily I can slide it off my glass mat there. See this lovely glass mat I'm using? It's actually a free gift if you join this month and next month. It's a rather wonderful free gift. Okay, and then the pencil. And I've put the pencil on the inside of my card, I think. Just put your lid on there. Okay. Now it blends into the ruler a bit, but I'll put it next to the ruler there. Here we go. So there's my masculine card using the fantastic Trusty Tools bundle and the coordinating paper. So if you buy the bundle, you can get the paper for free. And the paper, let me check what it's called. It's called Trusty Toolbox. So Trusty Tools for the bundle and Trusty Toolbox for the gorgeous paper. Don't the nuts and bolts look great with the holographic paper? There you go. I'll hold it up closer so you can have a closer look. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and stay posted for another video soon. Bye bye now.